Welcome to this informational session on law at Liverpool Hope University. My name is Dr. Carlo Pedrioli, and I'm one of the lecturers in law here at the university. I'll be providing you some background on the programs available in the law unit at the university over the next few minutes. Let's go ahead and get started then. Law is currently located within the School of the Humanities, along with other departments like English and History and Politics. As with other departments here at the university, the law department offers a small learning environment. So at a larger university, you typically might find several hundred students in a first-year lecture. At Hope, you tend to have, at least in a law lecture, about 60 or so students in a normal year. Now, granted, during 2021, we're undergoing pandemic circumstances, and so we tend to have a double-sized class. But normally, you might have about 60 students in your first year lectures. So one of the important points about the university is it does offer a smaller learning environment, and that is true in the law program. We have a number of outstanding lecturers in law. Our current head is Dr. Lawrence Siri. He's an expert in criminal law and does some work with international criminal law as well. Additionally, we have Mr. Ian Johnson, who is a retired barrister with over 20 years experience in the practice of law. He does various hands-on classes, including legal praxis, which I'll talk about more in a few minutes. We have Dr. Honor McAdam, who teaches European Union law, and she currently coordinates our third year. Additionally, we have Dr. Onyeka Okongwu, who teaches contracts, discrimination, and employment law. And then we have me, Dr. Carlo Pedrioli. I teach public law, comparative public law, and related classes. Let me take the next few minutes to go over the curriculum that these outstanding lecturers or similar lecturers will be teaching you. Now, it's important to keep in mind that there are two programs in law here at Hope. One is the BA and one is the LLB. A BA is Bachelor of Arts, and LLB is Bachelor of Laws. All students, regardless of whether they are BAs or LLBs, will have half of their degree in law. But for the LLB students, the other half will also be in law. However, for the BA students, the second half will be in another field, like history or politics or business. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first year curriculum here. All students, BA students and LLB students, take criminal law, which is just what you would expect, public law, which is constitutional law, and contracts law, which is a lot more useful than you might expect. For example, when you go to the supermarket to buy groceries, you have entered into a contract. So these three classes, criminal law, public law, and contract law, are taken by all first-year students. Additionally, we have a legal methods tutorial, which looks at the methods of law, and all students do that. Now, the BA students do the other half of their program in other fields. The LLB students have 3 additional classes. They are legal praxis, which is a hands-on class that Ian Johnson currently teaches. The class will do things like mediations, those sorts of activities, negotiations also. Very useful hands-on class. Legal theory, which is just the opposite of legal praxis. Legal theory deals with the big abstract pictures behind the law, big abstract ideas behind the law. And criminal process, which is a complement to the criminal law. So you can see here we have a full offering on the first year. On the second year of the curriculum, all students will take European Union law, although the UK has now officially left the EU and completed the transition period. We understand that the European Union and the UK will continue to have a close relationship. There will be ongoing business, and that means there will be legal issues. So EU law is still an important class. It is currently offered as I deliver this presentation. Land law deals primarily with law of real property, buildings, those kinds of things. And business law is what you would think. It deals with company law and things of that nature. Those are classes that are required for all law students on the second year. Now, for the LLB students who are doing 100% law instead of 50% law second year, they also have justice, life, and law, which can be filled with a variety of things. In the past, one of our colleagues had done it as something along the lines of law and the environment, but it varies from time to time. We also have equality and discrimination law, and we have employment law. So those are the additional classes for the second year. On the third year, everyone will do tort law, which deals with traffic accidents, equity and trusts, which deals with, among other things, trusts, end of life issues, trusts for minors, those sorts of things. LLB students will do 2 options from a list of various options. The options vary from year to year depending on the availability of the lecturers and the lecturers' interests. We have comparative public law, which looks at constitutions around the world. I teach that class. We have the law of succession. We have media law, business and human rights, landlord and tenant, and international law. So you pick 2 of those or similar options for the third year if you are going to be an LLB student. Finally, then, all LLB students are required by the university to write a dissertation. A dissertation is a long paper, in our case, dealing with some aspect of law, critically analyzing that area of law. And for students who are highly motivated, who want to develop their writing and research skills, who are interested in their topics, that can be one of the more rewarding experiences on the curriculum. So there we have it. Years 1, 2, and 3 for the LLB and the BA programs here at our institution. In terms of accreditation, the BA program does not have to be accredited in the same way that the LLB program would have to be accredited. The LLB program is something that has been called a qualifying law degree, and that moves someone forward with regard to an ability to practice law after doing other steps. So the LLB student will be taking what has, as I said, been traditionally thought of as a qualifying law degree. If someone goes on to do a postgraduate training in the legal field or in one of the legal fields, then one can thereafter pursue some sort of hands-on experience. It's traditionally a 3-step process: a university degree, a postgraduate qualification that's more vocational as opposed to the academic university degree, and then a 1.5 to 2 years of hands-on work, depending if someone wants to be a barrister or a solicitor. So we are accredited for the LLB as of the date of this presentation in England and Wales. England and Wales are one legal jurisdiction in terms of law practice. There is a new route to professional training and qualification beginning in September 2021. The folks who are interested in becoming solicitors will still have to go to university. They will not have to get a qualifying law degree, although we think it is good to study law at university if you're interested in becoming a solicitor. Then after university, the graduates will have to study for the solicitor's qualifying examinations. There are 2 of them. One is going to be more multiple choice. The other will be more essay and oral. And then, of course, there'll be some practical training that will have to be done thereafter. So again, at least for prospective solicitors in England and Wales, as of September 2021, there will not have to be a qualifying law degree. However, it would be good to study law if you're interested in practicing law. Not everyone who gets a law degree will practice law. There are some other options as well. Facilities, infrastructure, etc., are also important to note here. In a typical non-pandemic year, students on the first year across the university go to the university's North Wales Retreat Center, Plas Cardian, for 2 or 3 days. This is in Snowdonia National Park. It's a nice way to get out of the city, to get out of Liverpool and spend some time with classmates and usually 2 lecturers, as well as the on-site outdoor staff in a beautiful outdoor environment. Also, there's the Student-Run Law Society, which endeavors to bring speakers from the legal professions to campus to speak and to meet with students. Of course, right now that would be done via a video conferencing platform due to the pandemic, but traditionally people would come to campus. There are also competitions in mediation and negotiation, for instance. Those involve students from Hope who go to other institutions and locations to compete against students from other universities. This can be a great way to develop one's hands-on legal skills and a great way to have some fun. But students have to be willing to put a lot of effort into that. Additionally, we have the Student Voice Committee in each department. Students are able to raise concerns, and then the university will see if there's something that can be done to address those concerns. Finally, all first-year students are put into a legal methods section, and that involves a dedicated personal lecturer or tutor who is there to facilitate the students' entry into university, particularly with regard to the academic. So the facilities, the infrastructure, the opportunities are here, and then students are able to take advantage of some of those. It's important to ask, what does someone do with a law degree when someone leaves the university? Well, of course, one could become a solicitor or a barrister with the appropriate later steps if one has done well on one's first degree. Additionally, someone may be able to go into non-solicitor, non-barrister positions within the legal profession. Someone may become, for example, a paralegal. But law degrees are not just useful for the practice of law, although they are, of course, useful for that. If you think about it, law graduates who've done well on their programs are able to think critically, to analyze evidence, to muster arguments, to critique arguments, to process large quantities of sophisticated information with a reasonable degree of accuracy and speed. These are the types of skills that are useful for a variety of employment. So one might work in government, one might work in business. And as I said, of course, with the requisite latter steps, one may also be able to go into the practice of law. If you have any additional thoughts, questions, etc., you'd like more information, you can see contact information here, email, phone, website, etc. Thank you very much for your attention to this informational video about the law unit here at Hope University. I wish you the best for getting lots of good information about possible programs and possible universities. Thank you.